the Discraft Undertaker versus the Kastaplast Lots. Now, if it feels like I've already made this video, it's because I already have. But today we have something different because we have the brand new Joey Buckets K1 Hard Lots, which means we need to evaluate which one of these discs should actually make the bag. As you know, this has been a pretty back and forth decision for me. Let's get into it. We're going with the tried and true titanium Undertaker up first, 320 feet here on hole 13 at Crockett. A lot of hyzer out of the hand. Good flip, not all the way to flat. I mean, it's a great distance. Way left, pin high. That gives us a good baseline. Now, K1 Hard, this plastic feels incredible. Joey Bucket's just tearing up the beginning of the Pro Tour season. Let's see how his disc flies. Oh, low out of the hand. Holds a lot of hyzer and not quite the distance. A little bit of a misrelease there, but let's compare that to the flippier counterpart, the ESP Undertaker and the stock K1 Lots. We'll go Undertaker up first, see if we can't match that hyzer out of the hand. Yeah, definitely a little higher in the sky, gets all the way to flat, still a big finish, little nose up. Let's go with our lots here, our lots, our lots. Nobody knows. Straight at it. There's that turn. Wow. What an incredible flight. You've got to love that. So if you've watched my previous video on these two discs, you'll know that when I was first sent the lots, I loved it. The plastic feels incredible. I love the flight. It kicked the Undertaker out of my bag, which is a massive deal because the Undertaker is my favorite disc of all time. However, shortly after that video, I reevaluated my entire bag. Kind of felt like I was bagging too many molds. I wanted to slim down. And so I went back to the Undertaker simply because I had two of them that flew differently so I could cover multiple slots with one disc. For that reason alone, the Lotes didn't make my bag because I only had one and I wanted one that was a little flippier and one that was a little more overstable. Enter the brand new Signature Series Joey Buckets K1 Hard Lots. Admittedly not the best first throw with this new K1 Hard Lotes, but still get it up there, easy tap in for the par. It was a much better drive from the Undertaker, but we're gonna chalk that up to user error. And they're both gonna be pars anyways. So here's how this is gonna work. We're gonna play the remaining 5 holes of the longs of the back 9 here at Crockett using these 4 discs, 2 Undertakers, 2 Lotes, to see which one I feel like gives me what I need. One flippy, one overstable, one straight to overstable, and which one ultimately is gonna take the place in my bag. I'm gonna throw all 4 discs on every hole so we can also judge the difference in flight, because that is one of the main things I'm looking at. Because Undertaker have the bag at the moment, they're gonna start on the box. Flippy boy up first. 502 feet, straight ahead, big bomb down the hill. Oh, I needed to get up and turn though. I gave it too much credit. Not as flippy. I think it's still a good crush down there. Not as flippy as I thought though. Let's go with our flippy Lotes. We'll alternate back and forth on shots here, I think. Oh, I grip locked it. It's way right, might be out of frame. Wow, it glides forever though. Coming back. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. I do feel like maybe that orange Lotes is a little more flippy than that ESP Undertaker. Time will tell. Let's go to our TI Undertaker, slightly more stable. I'm gonna try and hit it flat, which we all know I can't throw flat. Baby hyzer, try flat, let's see. Yeah, baby hyzer, almost gets all the way up to flat, but really nice push. This is why I love this slot, 9.5 -1.2. Such a beautiful flight. If you need a disc to go far and straight, this is what I'm reaching for every time. K1 Hard, Lotes, Joey Anderson, here we go. Once again, a little more right and a little more hyzer. But yeah, I mean, still glides, pushes down there. I mean, definitely way more overstable than that other Lotes, which is what I love to see. So here's how the scoring is gonna work. I'm gonna play this pretty much like I'm playing best shot doubles. Whichever the drives for the Lotes and Undertaker is better, that's the drive I'm gonna play for. Then after the drive, you know, we'll just go one up shot, one putt, or hopefully just one putt tap in. Then we'll take the best score, add it all up, see which disc comes out at the end. So here's our TI Undertaker, which ended up just a little bit closer than the SP1. I'm also tracking distance for you guys on this shot, 392 to the TI Undertaker. Now, pretty downhill, so just keep that in mind as a frame of reference for my arm speed here. See if we can't give this a nice look. Not a good look at all. Dead bird out of the hand, but you know, I mean, little 25 footer for the par. Let's check out the loads. So here's our stock K1 loads, which we did grip lock. We're pretty far right here, but we are showing 405 on the distance. So still pretty good rip, still a long ways to go though. See, float it down there. Yeah, not too bad. Just settle right there. That's wonderful. Nice little 10 footer for the par tap in. Nice even start. We moved to hole 15, 320 dead straight ahead back into the trees. Undertaker's keeping the box. We're gonna keep the order the same until the score gets switched up. Flippy boy first. We're gonna just try and go right at it on that baby hyzer line. Yeah. That baby hyzer isn't quite getting up to flat. I think I'm thinking it's a little flippier than it is. Let's try the low, see if we can't make the adjustment. See, now I pull it way right. What is with that? But it does flip up. So the flight of the disc was beautiful, but the line was horrible. Let's meet in the middle. Titanium Undertaker, a little bit of wind picking up. Swing this a little wider. Yeah, line's a little better, still a touch overstable. Yeah, just outside the circle. Fourth time's the charm, that's what they always say, right? Little Joey buckets. Come on, Andrew. So low, right out of the hand. There's that stability. Oh my goodness, we put 0 inside the circle, which is just embarrassing ultimately, but we are getting a good read for the flight, so we're finding a silver lining, my gosh. Push was a little bit better here on the TI Undertaker, so that's what we're gonna go with. We do have this low ceiling. I think it's just gonna have to be a spin putt bullet on the stepper. Oh, we got the height off. It's just left the whole way. That's a little bit of a comebacker. Little further back on our K1 loads, not a lot to work with. Do we get crazy through the trees? Oh, I think we do. A little stepper through the trees. Feeling risky. I mean, we hit that gap so clean. That was kind of sick. You got to take the risk. A little bit of a comebacker. Nothing we can't manage. And it sticks. Wow, you love to see that. A little nervy there on that one. Couple pars, keep us squared up. Hole 16 has some teeth. This is where we can start to see some separation. Place like 330 through this tight gap and then left. And I suck at hitting this gap. I always throw high. So Flippy Undertaker up first, hit it flat, hit it straight. My gosh. It would feel good to get this one though, I'll tell you what. See, that is so far from it. That's just all mental right there. Woo! K1 Lutz. We got to do something. Can't be doing that, I'll tell you what. Almost good. Almost good. The height, I think, was right. We got 2 more chances. TI Undertaker. Oh, come on, Andrew. See? Not it. And once again, you see that disc going low to high the whole way? That's a form issue we got to work on. There's got to be some swooping in there. Last chance. It's our K1 hard loops. Channel some Joey buckets. Get under. Oh, see, 0 for 4. I mean, if that's not peak disc golf right there. All right, I'm going to try and give you the wide so you can see the basket and me. This is our ESP Undertaker, our flippier one. Thankfully, it did stay kind of more down here in the fairway, although actually so did our TI Undertaker, and it's even a little closer. So I think that's going to be the play. So that way we don't have to hit the gap quite as bad. We're going overstable Undertaker, just on hyzer. Nice soft shot down the hill, huh? Yeah, I mean, a little short, I understand that. We got some work to do, but at least it gives us a putt. Try and save par. I mean, you don't want to take a bogey on a hole like this. Now, thankfully, our stock loads just hit and sat right here. So we do have a little step out. I think it's got to be like a flex on the forehand. Once again, a shot I am not good at, but let's see if we can't just drift it on in there. I mean, okay, it's gonna stable out. Yeah, probably, honestly, about a similar putt, maybe a touch longer. Honestly, not a bad bid. Couple circle 2 looks, a little deeper than I would like. I mean, just left, and that seems to be the miss with these guys. All right, we're just 1 pace closer. Still nice circle 2. Come on. Oh, dead duck out of the hand. You hate to see it. No wrist, no pop, no extension. Couple bad bogeys, to be honest, on that hole. Let's get it back on 17. As a quick aside, the heat and the humidity are officially coming back here in the Nashville area. My goodness, it's hot and I'm dripping and I'm not ready for it. But we got a par 4. No, we don't. It's a par 3. That is a long par 3, 484. We're gonna play it like a par 4 because it is a par 4 on U-Disc. There's no way I can get there. Same order, they're both 1 over now. That's the wrong Undertaker. See what I mean? It gets hot, I start sweating, we're falling apart. Flippy Undertaker up first. We just gotta get to the mouth of the opening up there. That would be a great shot, set us up for a nice little approach. Yeah, I mean, a little low out of the hand, so won't quite have the push. Generally though, I like the shape. It did kind of hold that nice hyzer-ish for me. It's a little bit of a tailwind, so it's gonna stable them up. All right, let's go with our flippy Lotes. Yeah, I mean, it is a little flippier. I think that's confirmed. That actually got all the way to flat. It didn't stay on the hyzer. Unfortunately, that means it also pushed a little long for us. Now our TI Undertaker. Let's make the adjustment, huh? See, I got over a touch on that one and it held it. I actually threw a little Annie. Come on, a little bit of Annie. I mean, if you've been watching for a while, you know that's hard for me. So we're gonna take that all day. And it just kind of held flat, so that's interesting. My theory is this: the delta between the 2 Lotes is bigger than that of the 2 Undertakers. Let's try and confirm it. See if I can't replicate that little Annie. That was kind of sick. No, but that is flat. I mean, at least to my eye, that looked flat out of the hand. I just didn't quite hit it hard enough. Okay, see, we're learning. Now we're walking up the fairway of 17. If you've made it this far in the video, first off, I just want to say thank you. Really appreciate you guys watching. It means a lot to me. It's a huge support to me because I love making this content. And quite frankly, it takes kind of a lot of time to make this content. So I appreciate you guys watching and supporting the channel in that way. It really does mean a lot to me. Secondly, I have kind of an exciting announcement. At least it's exciting for me. I hope it will be for you. I'm launching a website. I know kind of a lot of disc golf YouTubers are doing it. I don't mean to copy them, but because this does take quite a bit of time, just to level with you guys and be honest, I would love to find a way for it to be a financial support to me and my family, even if it's a small one. So what I've done is I've taken a ton of discs out of my collection and I've put them for sale. These are used discs up on the website. You can see pictures of them. You can buy them hopefully at a decent price. Man, let me say this though, if you don't have the means or the finances right now, please do not spend your money on disc golf. There are way more important things. And quite frankly, you probably don't need more discs, let's be honest. That's why I'm selling a bunch of mine. But if you happen to see some on there that you like, if you want to support me, that's a great way to do it and I would greatly appreciate it. That is linked down below, journeydiscgolf.com. I also have some apparel. That's pretty cool, so check that out too. Huge thanks. Now, because we put that farther shot into the woods, we're picking up a little ways back. We're going with the ESP1, so we have the straight shot. You can maybe just see the top of the basket down the tunnel. That's what we're going for. We're gonna try and just put a pop of flex on this guy, see if we can't just float it down there nice and soft, at least get it close. There's the flex, come on. Oh, I love that. I mean, that should be absolutely wonderful. A little bit of a closer look from the Lotes, but definitely a little bit of a tighter angle. So we're going opposite approach, more overstable, K1 hard. We're just gonna try and hit it on hyzer, right down there, try and have it push and then skip up to the basket. Yeah, don't hit that. Perfect. Little skip. Not bad for some Undertaker upshots. Yeah, I meant fairway driver upshots. That's how long I've had the Undertaker in my bag and how much I default to it. I just call both these discs Undertaker upshots, that would be wrong. Tapped in both those putts on our pseudo kind of real par 4, which gives us the birdie, which puts us even going into 18. You guys already know the drill. Flippy, Undertaker up first. This plays 440, very downhill, left to right. So we got to get some turn out this gap. Not the turn we were looking for though. In the middle, but way back. We got to improve on that. Flippy loads. I mean, this is this disc time to shine. Flippiest of the bunch. Been throwing it okay. Let's make some magic. I mean, up to flat, I need it to turn. Love the gap hitting, but it was a hyzer flip to flat and not a flat to turn. Still crushed down there though. Way better than the first disc. Last chance for the Undertaker. Titanium, we gotta hit this on some Annie. We've done it once like ever, once in this video. So now's our time. A little bit of Annie out the gap. I mean, I would have counted that as a little bit of Annie. And that vicious branch ruined our day. We're gonna have a lot of work to do. Here we go, last drive, Joey buckets. The disc that started this whole video, really. Let's see, Annie again. Bring me the bucket hat magic. Okay, Annie into the woods. I hate to say it, but the Annie is still not in our game. Really, if we're being honest, a tough look for the Undertaker here. We are way back, not great shots out of either of them, but thankfully we're on the open. So we're going with our more understable, a TI. We just gotta try and get this up close. We're gonna play kind of the hyzer in. There's a steep drop off the back of this basket, so we don't wanna shoot it long. Don't wanna be too short either though. Come on. I think it's good. We are right on the crest of that hill. The distance was perfect, but I'd say we're 25, 30 left, which is still a tester. Now, great distance on this Loach. We didn't quite get the turn. Now, tournament play, I'm probably laying this up. This is a very scary putt, but you didn't come here to see me lay up. So let's see what we can't do. Let's see if we can't cash like a 100-footer to win this bad boy. Oh, a little low. Okay, it ends up being a great layup. So not quite the putt I wanted, but we still gotta make a putt for that Undertaker. We are like 11 paces off the basket, just outside of circle one. We have to make this putt for the Undertaker to stay tied. Otherwise, the Loach is taking it down. Stay up. Oh, I cage it. I can't believe I cage it. The line was great. The commitment was there. Just left it a little short, which means the Undertakers finishing with the bogey, giving them 1 over par through 6. The Loach, the nice tap in par means we're even through 6. The Loach taking the win in our 6-hole challenge. So the Loach takes it down, but that still begs the all-important question, which of these discs is actually gonna make my bag? Is it gonna be, wait a second, the Undertakers remaining in the bag or the Loach kicking out the Undertakers? And quite frankly, it's the Loach. Once again, deja vu, we've been here before, but the Loach is going back in the bag over the Undertaker. Not because they won some 6-hole disc golf challenge that is subjective and trivial, but because, like I said, the delta between these two discs is bigger than that of these. What I mean by this is that my flippier Loach is a little flippier than my flippier Undertaker, and my stable Loach is a little more stable than my stable Undertaker, which means I just have a wider array of flight options and variabilities between these two discs, whereas these two fly more similar. I love the way I can hyzer flip this bad boy to flat or flat to turn, and this is just so reliable in the wind. Plus, honestly, the K1 plastic, I think just feels better than the ESP and the titanium plastic. A little bit of personal preference there. It's not a major difference, but to my hands, that's what I like. So huge shout out to Astro Discs TX for sending out this Joey bucket. Loach, love watching him tear up the Pro Tour early in the season. If you want some new discs that aren't used by me that are still a great price, check out Astro Discs. They are great company, great discs, great people, great prices, all the things you want from your disc golf retailers. With that being said, really appreciate the support. Thanks for hanging out and checking out the channel. Do me a favor, if you made it to the very end of the video, comment on the thumbnail of this video over on Instagram. It's just easy to do giveaways on Instagram, so just do that. Comment on the thumbnail of this video over on Instagram. I made it to the end. I will randomly choose somebody out of the comments, and I'll send you a coupon to get a free disc off the website. You just cover shipping, you can have anything you want, and it will be yours. You guys are awesome. As always, my name is Andrew Wood, and the journey is the destination. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.